Did you know that 90% of the agent force doesn't make it in insurance sales, whether it's face to face or in final expense telesales? I want to give you some tips that will hopefully take you far in your career because I don't want you to become a casualty of a very simple business. Now, the business isn't easy, but it is very simple when you understand a couple little things that I'm going to unpack for you. So, hopefully, you won't have the same problems that other insurance agents have had in their careers. So, maybe you were told that there's no glass ceiling. Phenomenal. That is truth. But there's also no guarantee of success and survival. If 90 plus percent of the agent force fails, don't fail to focus on the fact that this is a dangerous business if I don't do. This is a business that rewards top performers. This is a business that rewards those that put in the time, put in the grind. And those that make it, they make it about the four-letter word work. So no glass ceiling for sure, but you've got to understand the tremendous risk that you're taking to have that tremendous benefit if you attain success and experience the reward. Remember, you're not going to run out of prospects to see. This is powerful. 11,000 people are turning age 65 every single day and will do so for the next decade. You're not going to have trouble finding people to talk to in final expense telesales. That's tremendously important for you. Just like if you're trying to get good at baseball, you want to have lots of balls thrown at you so you can step up and really get after it, right? You've got to understand that this business is very simple. The fact that 11,000 people are turning age 65, that's great, right? Unlimited supply of prospects, but we still have to put in the four-letter word work. It's very important. And you're going to have a day where making your own schedule maybe hurt you at first because you have a tough time transitioning from a W-2 where your boss says you're going to come in at 8, you're going to leave at 5, you get a lunch break, you get a little smoke break if you smoke, and you want to see this business as I'm a business owner. We either own the business or the business will own you. So if you're one that says, you know what, I can be disciplined, I can have good habits, I can stay on the phone, you may be one that really loves this place because it rewards those that do, not those that are thinking about it. Anxiety happens in this business because you didn't take action. Half the battle is showing up. And believe it or not, 90% of the agent force that fails, a lot of times they just fail to show up. They want to be a full timer, but they look at their calendar and go, ooh, I was a casualty of my own calendar. You've got to really be disciplined, my friends. It's so important. So no glass ceiling, but there's no safety net here. And you've got to make it about the work. You've got to be one that can be laser focused and time block. Very critical for you. And then also one of the reasons that a lot of insurance agents become casualties is because they're skipping steps. Sometimes you can be really gifted as a natural born salesman, potentially, but if you go too fast or don't know how to use pauses or tonality training, if you've never had that skill set, what you're going to see is that you're rushing the putt and then things aren't going well. This business is one that is very exhausting at times. You've got to endure through the script. You've maybe said it 10 million times, not really, but probably pretty close, it's going to feel like. But your consumer has only heard it once. You've got to be one that can give your best performance on how you're going to take care of that person, kind of like acting class. But you've got to be one that can engage with those consumers by staying on the phone, staying focused, not about the price or the policy, but about what that person on the other end of the phone wants you to do for them. You've heard the term "so what," right? So what I'm going to do for you, Mrs. Johnson, is XYZ. Focus on that and don't make it just about the marketing. Great marketing is good and all, but why is the marketing department not the sales department? Why do places that sell leads, why don't they sell the leads themselves? Right? Because you've only got so much bandwidth. You can either be a really good marketer or you can buy leads and have a really good career that you're proud of. I don't mind paying a couple extra dollars for a lead. I'm not going to take my time away from what fills my gas tank, and that's calling on prospects, selling policies, and then you know what? If I uncover problems and I sell a policy, then we get paid. You've got to hear your heart over that phone. If you're just saying words at your prospects, you're probably going to be a casualty. And if you're one that can't continuously fill your pipeline with leads, and this is what causes a lot of insurance agents to fail, they get trained, they know their script, they understand how to handle a rebuttal because it's not personal when you get told no. It's just part of the process when you've been appropriately trained. And we do recruit and partner with powerful insurance agents as well as agencies nationally to align here to sell life insurance, Medicare insurance, and annuities face to face, but more importantly, in the telespace. So free resources always for your taking, no matter what work family you align with at jasonfinalexpense.com. But you've got to have a pipeline that's full. This is something that you look at this business like kind of like war, right? You can have the most amazing bang bang, but does it matter if you don't have enough ammunition? In this business, you've got to have the ammunition of leads because you can be very gifted, but it doesn't do you any good. You're not going to win the war with Barney Fife having one bullet. And some of you may not even know who Barney Fife is, dating myself a little bit. But if you remember, he only had one bullet. That's not going to help you. All right. In insurance sales, you've got to have a full pipeline of leads every week. If you're a full timer, you want around 80 to 100 outbound leads. And if you're a part timer, you really want around 40 to 50 if you can. And every week, keep pouring in because you're going to realize it's the same prospect, just a different looking problem, same prospect, different coverage amount. You got to focus on completing the needs assessment for them. What do they need you to do for them versus I'm just going to sell you something. I'm going to sell you something. I'm going to sell you something. A salesman in this industry is focusing on being the solution for the prospect. That's a powerful transition for you. No glass ceiling in this business as a brand new insurance agent, but no guarantee of survival. I don't want you to become a statistic. Have a full pipeline. Be really polished on your script. Be really good on your rebuttals before you get on the phone and practice and drill and rehearse. Make sure that you're aligning yourself with a good organization like ours or others that really value training so that you are as smooth as you can be. And you're never going to be perfect, by the way. I've been in this industry over 2+ decades, 20+ years, and I trip over my own tongue at times too. And those that subscribe to the channel, I do it on occasion myself. So it's okay to be human as you help other great prospects over that phone. Not everybody's going to be a sale. So are powerful practice sessions as you privilege to serve these great prospects. It really is. But you've got buying leads, telesales script, but more importantly, the thread of connection that is woven through this process is powerful, not only for you, but for your consumer. Final expense telesales is not just about talking at your prospects. They want this to be an experience, not an event. Sometimes agents get so good in their scripting, and then they get all awkward when they ask for the business. It should be natural and normal as you assume the sale. You lose 100% of the business that you don't ask for. And in this business, you're going to ask for the business in a very confident way, but in a compelling way because you know what they need you to do for them. But agents that don't make it, they just throw the words at prospects as fast as they humanly can. Agents that don't make it, they don't make their lead purchase every week. They just don't. And then they don't put the time in. Insurance agents that are successful in this industry, well, they have to endure sometimes a day that they got a zero. Maybe it was 2 days that they got a zero. Nothing. That's not fun to hear, right? When you're used to making money like a W-2. And then when they're successful and solve problems and they get a prospect that says, yeah, I place my trust with you. People do business with insurance agents that they like and that they trust and that they know truly have their best interest at heart. And when you get to have that great conversation, it's almost electric over the phone. You assume the sale, they allow you to be their agent. That's a privilege. It's so powerful. And then you get paid because you completed the need. You resolved the need entirely. And now you're their guy, you're their gal. This is so important for you. Focus on your script, focus on rebuttals, take your time. Don't go too fast. Pauses are powerful. Tonality is powerful for sure, but sometimes it's as simple as not making it about just marketing. You're making it about just simple. I'm going to get the leads. I'm going to call the leads. I'm not going to be a casualty. I'm going to put the time in because that's going to give me my best chance of take home. And I know that most people won't stay on the phone. with a consumer. I know most people are going to be pushy. I'm going to focus on the problems that my product solves. And this is a big deal for you. Most agents buy one batch of leads and then they call old leads over and over and over again, expecting a new result. These great folks need us. They need us to have a thick skin about us, but have a super soft heart and be laser focused on what they want to have happen. And the distractions of this industry are big. It's easy to get distracted by every newfound widget, thinking that maybe AI is going to be your ace in the hole. AI does not have the ability to bring emotion to the table. Artificial intelligence in final expense telesales with leads is 100% artificial and really lacks any form of emotional intelligence. We've got to understand the impact that AI has on creating a bigger runway for you. Take that time to focus on them because AI can't do it. It's all artificial. If you've ever texted a bot, you know it is. If you've ever talked to a bot, you know that they don't have the ability to engage with you on an empathetic level. This is a big deal for you, but don't focus on AI. Focus on being the best agent that you can be because you're going to be intentional about solving the problem. You're going to be intentional about being a human that kind of fumbles over your own tongue at times and really takes the time to care. Compassion is big. Focus on connection to the consumer, genuinely, not just going through a process and sounding like a robot. We don't want to be a victim of being that person on the other end of the phone that we wouldn't want to do business with. We've got to be one that can lean in and leverage our talents on making that client's life a better life than when we found them. I hope these tips help you. I hope it gives you what you need in final expense telesales. And if we can provide any resources for you, thanks for subscribing, but reach out at jasonfinalexpense.com. Love to get you anything you need so that hopefully you can build the skills to survive and to succeed in an industry that not everybody makes it in, and that's not a bad thing. Simple to business is, easy it is not. If we can do anything for you, reach out. Have a great day, my friends. And remember, you've got what it takes. See you soon.